Ethical issues in communication. Doing the right thing. When you think about ethics, there are a lot of types of ethical choices. Within the world of tech reporting, it can be in medical technologies, could be banking and retail operations, could be relative to environmental pollutants. Ethics do matter. Unethical decisions can harm a company's reputation, and they can be unsafe and negatively impact the welfare of workers and customers. When you think about things like unethical decisions relative to environmental concerns, for example, people can get sick or die. Here's a document that raises ethical concerns. If you'll note the misleading information of or omission of information about employee confidentiality. So I'll give you a little bit of time to look through that. But as you can see, I encourage you to enroll in the CARD program for a variety of reasons, but there's something that has been left out that's not very ethical. If you think about ethics, it's easy to sit in a vacuum and talk about being ethical, but there are workplace pressures that can influence ethical values. One thing is just get the job done. You'll hear people say, can you rework these findings to make them sound better? Money. So if a mistake costs us a fortune, do we want to say anything about it? Don't put it in writing, you will hear often. We didn't have this conversation. And we're all counting on you to be a team player, which is a euphemism for not telling the truth. And all these can affect a writer's ethical values. There are many different examples of unethical communication. It could be plagiarizing the work of others, falsifying or fabricating information, suppressing or downplaying information. You can exaggerate claims, use visual images that conceal the truth, you can steal or divulge proprietary information, misuse electronic information, and of course exploit cultural differences. Here is a code of ethics from a professional organization. Most professional organizations have a code of ethics. I encourage you to know the code of ethics for your profession, to understand it, and to follow it as best you can. As far as strategies go, for avoiding ethical abuses, you should always cite your sources. You should give the audience everything it needs to know. You should make sure that people have a clear understanding of what the information means. You should never manipulate information or data. Follow your company's confidentiality guidelines. Don't exploit or manipulate international readers. Only write what you'd stand behind if you were held publicly accountable for it. And finally, always consult the ethical guidelines for your profession.